Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and instantly commands attention? Not because they're the loudest, not because they have the fanciest title, but because they believe in something so deeply that you can't help but lean in. That's the power of leading with why. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to command attention effortlessly? Why some leaders inspire loyalty while others struggle to gain trust? Why some businesses create lifelong customers while others fight for every sale? It's not about what they do. It's not even about how they do it. It's about why they do it. Most of us are conditioned to focus on the what. What job should I take? What product should we sell? What strategy will increase profits? We measure success by external markers, titles, revenue, accolades. But the most successful and influential people, businesses and movements don't start with what? They start with why. Your why is not your job. It's not your business plan. It's not even your personal goals. Your why is the deeper purpose that drives you. It's the belief that fuels your passion, the cause that makes all the hard work worth it. Think about the people who inspire you the most. Maybe it's a historical figure, a mentor, or even a brand that you feel connected to. Chances are they don't just sell a product or execute a task. They represent something bigger than themselves. They have a cause, a purpose that resonates with you on a deeper level. Apple, for example, could have simply been another computer company. They're what is making technology laptops, phones, tablets. But people don't buy their products just because of specifications or pricing. They buy because of what Apple stands for. Their why has always been about challenging the status quo, about empowering creativity and innovation. That belief, that purpose is what makes people line up overnight for their latest product. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't gain millions of followers by telling people what to do. He inspired them with a dream, a cause greater than any one person. He didn't say, here's my strategy for civil rights reform. He said, I have a dream. His why was crystal clear, and because of that, people followed him, even in the face of adversity. Most people in organizations do things backward. They start with what product should we sell? What career path should I choose? What strategy will make the most money? Then they move to, how do we market this product? How do we execute this plan? How do we get ahead? But those who inspire, those who make a lasting impact, always start with why. When you start with why, everything else falls into place. Your how and what become extensions of your purpose. Decision-making becomes clearer because you're guided by a strong foundation. When challenges arise, you don't quit because your why keeps you going. Great leaders don't demand loyalty, they inspire it. People don't follow you because of your position or authority. They follow because they believe in what you believe. A company can have the best products in the world, but if they lack a strong why, employees won't feel connected to the mission. Customers won't feel emotionally invested. The company will have to rely on discounts, promotions, and external incentives to stay competitive. On the other hand, organizations with a strong why create true loyalty. Employees feel like they are part of something bigger than just a paycheck. Customers feel like they're supporting a cause, not just buying a product. Consider brands like Tesla. They don't just sell electric cars. Their why is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. That mission is what draws people in. It's what makes employees work harder and customers proudly support the brand. When you're driven by a deep why, obstacles don't break you. They fuel you. Entrepreneurs who only chase money will give up when times get tough. Leaders who only care about power will lose trust when they make self-serving decisions. But those who are driven by a cause, by something bigger than themselves, will push forward no matter what. History is filled with people who succeeded not because of resources or advantages, but because they had an unshakable belief in their why. They weren't necessarily the smartest, the wealthiest, or the most talented. But they had conviction. They had purpose. And that purpose carried them through every setback, every rejection, every hardship. So the question is, what is your why? What drives you beyond money, beyond success, beyond external validation? Because once you find it, everything changes. There are two ways to lead people, through manipulation or through inspiration. One is quick and easy but short-lived. The other takes time, but it builds loyalty, trust, and lasting impact. Most businesses, leaders, and even individuals trying to influence others default to manipulation. They use tactics like discounts, limited time offers, pressure, fear, or rewards to get people to act. It works in the short term, but it doesn't create loyalty. It doesn't create belief. It doesn't make people feel truly connected. Inspiration, on the other hand, is powerful. When people are inspired, they don't just comply, they commit. They don't just follow orders, they believe in a vision. That belief is what creates movements, builds great companies, and changes lives. Manipulation comes in many forms. Businesses use sales, promotions, or fear of missing out, FOMO, to get people to buy. Leaders use threats, rewards, or guilt to make people work harder. Parents might use bribery to make their children behave. These tactics work, but only for a moment. When the sale ends, when the reward disappears, when the pressure is lifted, people go back to their old behavior. Think about a company that constantly runs discounts. Customers wait for the next sale instead of buying at full price. The business may get a temporary boost in revenue, but they haven't built loyalty. Customers are only there for the deal, not because they believe in the company. Think about a boss who motivates through fear, threatening job loss, putting pressure on deadlines, or making employees feel disposable. People might work harder in the moment, but they won't stay long. They'll leave the first chance they get, because fear doesn't build loyalty. Manipulation creates results, but they are temporary and transactional. It forces compliance, but it never inspires commitment. Inspiration is different. It doesn't rely on external pressure, it comes from within. When people are inspired, they don't need rewards or threats to take action. They want to act because they believe in the mission. The most influential leaders in businesses inspire people not by telling them what to do, but by showing them why it matters. Look at companies like Patagonia. They don't just sell outdoor clothing, they stand for environmental responsibility. Their customers don't buy from them because of discounts or promotions. They buy because they share the company's belief in sustainability. That belief creates loyalty. Look at movements throughout history. The greatest leaders didn't force people to act through fear or rewards. They painted a vision so compelling that people felt called to be part of it. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't manipulate people into marching for civil rights. He inspired them with a dream of a better future. His words didn't just demand action, they made people want to take action. In business, in leadership, in life, the goal should always be to inspire, not to manipulate. The difference between inspiration and manipulation comes down to one thing: purpose. Manipulation is about control. Inspiration is about belief. To inspire, you have to be clear about your why. Why does your business exist beyond making money? Why does your leadership matter beyond hitting targets? Why should people care about what you're doing? People don't follow because of what you do, they follow because of why you do it. If you want to inspire, people can sense when you're just saying what they want to hear. Authenticity builds trust. People need to know what you stand for. If they believe in your mission, they will follow you without needing rewards or pressure. Inspiration isn't about words alone, it's about actions. If you live by your values, others will follow. People want to be part of something bigger than themselves. When they feel connected to a cause, they become loyal, not because they have to, but because they want to. Inspiration doesn't create instant results like manipulation does, but it creates something far more valuable: loyalty, trust, and lasting impact. Clarity of purpose is the foundation of meaningful success. It is the difference between wandering aimlessly and moving forward with intention. It is the reason some people and organizations inspire deep loyalty, while others constantly struggle to keep people engaged. Without a clear purpose, decisions become difficult, motivation fades, and progress slows. But when purpose is crystal clear, everything falls into place. Most people spend their lives focused on external markers of success: titles, money, achievements. They chase the next promotion, the next milestone, the next opportunity, believing that these things will bring fulfillment. But success without purpose feels empty. When the excitement of a big achievement fades, the question always comes back: why am I doing this? Clarity of purpose provides the answer. It defines what truly matters and creates a sense of direction. It fuels resilience, allowing people to push through challenges because they know their work has meaning. It simplifies decision-making, making it easy to say no to distractions and focus on what truly aligns with long-term goals. Organizations without a clear purpose often rely on external motivators, bonuses, promotions, pressure to keep employees engaged. But when people don't understand why their work matters, they check out emotionally. They do just enough to get by. They look for better opportunities elsewhere. Companies with a strong sense of purpose, on the other hand, don't have to push people to perform. Their teams are naturally motivated because they believe in the mission. A lack of clarity leads to confusion and inconsistency. When an organization or individual does not have a defined purpose, decisions become reactive rather than intentional. They chase trends instead of staying true to their values. They waste energy on tasks that don't contribute to meaningful progress. Think about companies that constantly shift their focus, trying to be everything to everyone. One year they emphasize innovation. The next they prioritize cost cutting. Then they suddenly pivot to a new market without a clear reason. This kind of inconsistency creates uncertainty among employees and customers alike. Without a clear purpose guiding them, the company loses trust and struggles to maintain momentum. On a personal level, people who lack clarity of purpose often feel stuck. They jump from job to job, hobby to hobby, relationship to relationship, searching for something that feels right. They may achieve success on paper, but without a strong sense of purpose, they feel unfulfilled. Clarity of purpose doesn't come from external validation. It comes from deep self-reflection and a commitment to something bigger than immediate rewards. Purpose isn't about what you do, it's about why you do it. What drives you beyond money and status? What impact do you want to have? What principles do you refuse to compromise on? Your values shape your decisions and ensure you stay aligned with your purpose. Without clarity, it's easy to get pulled in different directions. Say no to opportunities that don't align with your purpose, even if they seem tempting in the moment. Whether leading a team, running a business, or shaping your own career, people need to understand what you stand for. When purpose is communicated clearly, it attracts those who believe in the same mission. Knowing your purpose is one thing, living it is another. Make sure that every decision, big or small, aligns with your deeper mission. Clarity of purpose isn't just about setting goals. It's about understanding the deeper why behind everything you do. When that clarity is strong, motivation becomes natural, resilience increases, and success becomes more than just a temporary achievement. It becomes meaningful. Most people and organizations know what they do. Some even understand how they do it, but very few truly understand why they do it. This is what separates those who inspire from those who simply exist. The most successful individuals, businesses, and movements follow a simple but powerful framework called the Golden Circle, which consists of 3 layers: why, how, and what. The problem is that most people and organizations operate from the outside in. They start with what they do, then explain how they do it, and rarely, if ever, address why they do it. But those who inspire, those who build loyal followings and create movements, operate from the inside out. They start with why. At the core of the Golden Circle is why, the belief, cause, or purpose that drives everything. It's not about making money or gaining recognition. Those are results. The why is about what truly matters. It's about the deeper reason behind actions, products, and decisions. The second layer is the process, the values, and the unique approach that bring the why to life. This is what sets apart one person, company, or movement from another. It's the guiding principles and methods that shape the way things are done. The outermost layer is what the tangible product, service, or action that results from why and how. Every organization and person knows their what. It's easy to describe. It's the job title, the product line, the service offering. But without a strong why and how, the what alone is uninspiring. The reason most individuals and companies struggle to inspire is that they start with what? They focus on selling a product, hitting revenue targets, or achieving a specific goal without first establishing a deeper purpose. A business that leads with what might say, we make high-quality smartphones. They have the best cameras and fastest processors. Want to buy one? There's nothing wrong with this approach, but it's transactional. It doesn't create an emotional connection. Now compare this to a company that starts with why. We believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Everything we do is designed to make technology more intuitive, elegant, and user-friendly. And we happen to make great smartphones. Want to join us? This message is fundamentally different because it connects with people on an emotional level. People don't just buy products, they buy into a belief system. Think about the most influential leaders in brands. They don't just talk about what they do, they communicate why they do it. Apple doesn't start with what. They don't simply say, we make computers. Instead, they start with why. We believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Only after that do they explain HO by making products that are beautifully designed, simple to use, and innovative. The what, the computers, phones, and software becomes the proof of their why. That's why Apple customers feel emotionally connected to the brand. They don't just buy a product, they buy into a belief. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't start his speeches by listing what he wanted to change in policy. He started with why I have a dream. He painted a vision of the world he believed in, and that inspired millions to take action. If he had started with what listing laws that needed to change, he would not have created the same emotional response. Tesla doesn't just sell electric cars. Their why is about accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. That belief drives everything they do, from their manufacturing process to their mission-driven approach. People don't buy Teslas just because they are electric, they buy them because they align with a movement. Understanding the golden circle isn't just for companies. It's a framework that applies to individuals, entrepreneurs, leaders, and anyone who wants to inspire others. Define your purpose beyond money, success, or recognition. What impact do you want to make? What belief drives you? What principles, values, or unique approaches set you apart? What methods do you use to bring your why to life? What products, services, or actions represent your mission? What is the tangible proof of your belief? When you operate from the inside out, starting with WHY, you just attract followers, customers, or employees. You attract believers. And believers don't just buy a product or follow instructions. They become part of a movement. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether in business, leadership, or life. It is what makes people follow a leader, commit to a company, or stay loyal to a brand. But trust is not built through transactions, incentives, or even consistent performance alone. Trust is built through belief. It comes from a deep connection to something greater than just the product, service, or action itself. At the heart of trust lies one simple truth: people don't trust what you do. They trust why you do it. Trust is more than just reliability. A company can produce a high-quality product, a leader can deliver consistent results, and a friend can keep their promises, but that doesn't automatically create trust. Trust comes when people believe that the motives behind the actions are genuine. Consider two companies selling the same product. One openly communicates its purpose, its mission, and its belief in making a difference. The other simply sells a product with no deeper message. Even if both products are identical in quality, people will naturally trust the one that communicates a purpose they can relate to. This is why trust is not just about performance, it's about connection. When people believe in the why behind an organization, they don't just buy a product, they buy into a vision. Trust is not built through logic alone. It is an emotional response. People trust those who make them feel safe, who align with their values, and who stand for something meaningful. Think about relationships in everyday life. The people you trust the most are not just those who do things for you. You trust them because you know who they are at their core. You understand what they stand for, and you believe their intentions are good. The same principle applies to businesses and leaders. Trust is built when people feel a genuine alignment with the why behind the actions. It is why customers stay loyal to certain brands, why employees commit to certain companies, and why movements gain momentum. Trust is not built in a moment, it is built over time through consistency. A company or leader cannot simply state their why and expect people to trust them. They must prove it repeatedly through their actions. A company that claims to care about sustainability but prioritizes profit over environmental responsibility will lose trust. A leader who speaks about integrity but compromises values for short-term gains will lose trust. Trust is built when actions align with beliefs, not just once, but consistently. This is why companies with a clear why have a stronger foundation. Their why becomes the guiding principle for decision-making. Every product, every service, every policy is a reflection of that deeper belief, reinforcing trust over time. People trust those who are real. Leaders and organizations that pretend to be perfect often struggle to build genuine trust. On the other hand, those who are open about their challenges, who admit mistakes, and who show vulnerability tend to inspire deeper trust. Think about leaders who admit when they don't have all the answers but remain committed to their mission. They gain trust because people see honesty, humility, and a commitment to something greater than personal ego. The same applies to businesses. Companies that own up to their mistakes and remain transparent about their why maintain stronger customer loyalty than those that try to cover up failures. Trust is not about perfection, it's about authenticity. Many companies try to earn trust through incentives, discounts, promotions, rewards. While these strategies may drive short-term sales, they do not build lasting trust. Trust is not a currency that can be purchased, it is a relationship that must be nurtured. When people trust a company, they don't need constant incentives to stay. They continue to support the brand because they believe in what it stands for. The same applies to leadership. Employees who trust their leader don't need fear, pressure, or excessive rewards to stay motivated. They work hard because they believe in the mission. This is why trust is so powerful. It eliminates the need for constant persuasion. It turns customers into lifelong advocates. It turns employees into dedicated team members. It creates movements instead of transactions. People need to understand what you stand for and why you do what you do. If your why is unclear, trust will be difficult to build. Words alone do not build trust. Every decision, policy, and product must reflect your purpose. Consistency is key. People trust those who are real. Being open about challenges and staying true to your values strengthens trust. Trust is not built through one-time interactions. It grows through meaningful, long-term relationships with customers, employees, and followers. Trust is fragile. Once broken, it is difficult to rebuild. Staying true to your values, even in difficult times, is what creates unshakable trust. When people trust you not just because of what you do, but because of why you do it, they don't just support you. They believe in you. And belief is far more powerful than any transaction or incentive. Leadership is not about authority, position, or power. True leadership is about influence. It is about inspiring people to believe in something greater than themselves. The greatest leaders in history did not just manage people or stakeholders, they created believers. They ignited a sense of purpose that drove people to take action, not because they were told to, but because they wanted to. Great leaders do not demand loyalty, they earn it. They do not force compliance, they inspire commitment. And the way they do this is by leading with WHY, by standing for a belief so strong that others willingly follow. Some leaders use fear to control. They create rules, enforce policies, and use authority to ensure people do what is expected of them. Fear can be an effective short-term motivator, but it never lasts. The moment the threat disappears, so does the effort. Belief, on the other hand, is an enduring force. When people believe in something, they will go to great lengths to support it. They will work harder, sacrifice more, and stay committed even in the face of adversity. They are not just following orders, they are following a cause. This is why companies with a strong purpose have more engaged employees. It's why movements with a clear mission attract passionate supporters. People want to be part of something meaningful. They want to feel like their efforts contribute to a greater purpose. Great leaders give them that sense of purpose. A boss gives instructions. A leader gives inspiration. A boss focuses on efficiency. A leader focuses on purpose. The difference is in how people respond. Employees work for a boss because they have to. Followers commit to a leader because they believe in the same mission. Every great movement, every lasting organization, every impactful leader has one thing in common: purpose. Purpose is the driving force behind meaningful action. It is the reason some individuals inspire while others simply exist. It is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. Without purpose, actions feel empty. Work becomes routine. Goals lose their significance. But when people act with purpose, they bring energy, passion, and conviction into everything they do. Purpose-driven action does not just create results, it creates momentum. It turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. Goals are important. They provide direction. They help measure progress. But goals alone are not enough. A company may set a goal to increase profits by 20%. An individual may set a goal to lose weight. These are clear targets, but they lack depth. They focus on the outcome, not the motivation behind it. Purpose gives meaning to goals. Instead of simply aiming for profit, a purpose-driven company might say, "We exist to revolutionize the industry and improve people's lives." Profit is just a measure of how well we do that. Instead of just losing weight, a purpose-driven individual might say, "I want to live a healthier life so I can be there for my family." When people act with purpose, they stay committed. They push through challenges. They remain focused even when things get difficult. Goals may change, but purpose remains constant. Passion is not something that can be forced. It does not come from external rewards or pressure. True passion comes from purpose. People who wake up excited about their work are not just motivated by money or recognition. They are driven by a deeper belief. Think about the people who dedicate their lives to solving problems, scientists searching for cures, teachers shaping young minds, entrepreneurs bringing innovation to the world. Their work is hard, often filled with setbacks and obstacles. But they keep going because they are not just working for a paycheck. They are working for something bigger than themselves. A purpose-driven person does not need to be pushed to take action. Their internal belief system fuels their efforts. They do not just work harder, they work with heart. And that passion is contagious. When people see someone deeply committed to a cause, they are inspired to join. Customers do not just buy products. Employees do not just work for salaries. People align themselves with brands, leaders, and organizations that stand for something. Consider two companies selling the same product. One focuses only on features and prices. The other shares a vision for a better future, a mission that resonates with its audience. The second company will attract more loyal customers not because of what they sell, but because of why they sell it. The same principle applies to leadership. Employees do not stay loyal to a company because of its policies. They stay because they believe in its mission. They trust its leaders. They feel that their work contributes to something meaningful. When people believe in a purpose, they do not just stay, they give their best effort. When people act with purpose, they are more likely to take risks, think creatively, and push boundaries. They are not just following a checklist, they are solving problems and creating impact. Purpose-driven companies are the ones that challenge the status quo. They disrupt industries. They redefine possibilities. This is also why purpose-driven individuals and organizations are more resilient. When setbacks happen, those who lack purpose often give up. They see failure as a sign to stop. But those who are driven by a deeper belief see failure differently. They see it as part of the journey. They learn from it. They adapt. They keep going. A purpose-driven leader does not quit when challenges arise. They double down on their mission. They remind themselves and others why they started in the first place. That belief fuels perseverance even in the most difficult times. Before taking action, clarify your deeper purpose. Why does this work matter to you? What impact do you want to create? Every decision, every step should reflect your purpose. Actions without alignment will feel empty. People will only follow if they understand and believe in the mission. Make sure your why is clear. Purpose is strengthened when shared. Build a team, a community, or a support system that believes in the same mission. Purpose-driven action is not always easy. Expect obstacles, but let your why guide you forward. When people act with purpose, they do not just work harder, they work smarter with more passion, resilience, and impact. They do not just create results, they create change.